This man will prove most valuable on witness stand.
Witness stand? Who, me? I ain't getting mixed up in any murder trials. No, sir. Not me. I ain't saying another word.
Thank you so much.
What's your name?
Mr. Jones.
Yeah? And I suppose yours is Smith.
Correction, please. Lieutenant Chan of Honolulu Police.
I thought so. Lieutenant Chan. Oh, yes. The chief is expecting you. This way, sir.
Well, Charlie, you old son of a gun. I'm glad to see you again.
Sincerely hope status does not change.
Why should it?
Quite possible I make large nuisance of self. Chief of Police King, Mr. Curtis Whitman.
How do you do? How do you do? Whitman? Oh. Well, I'm sorry to meet you under these circumstances, Mr. Whitman. I know you're anxious to talk about the case, Charlie, but I'm on my way to the show-up. I'd like to have you come with me. Won't take long.
Thank you.
Disorderly conduct, drunk, heaving brick through a window, hitting two police. Take him away, Clancy.
Oh, that helps me. Boys, we've got a distinguished visitor today, an old pal of mine from Honolulu, Charlie Chan.
So this is Charlie.
It's a pleasure.
So pleased.
Sit right down here, Charlie, and we'll show you the choicest collection of con men and crackspots you've ever seen. Meet Sheriff Fletcher.
Most honored to meet illustrious sheriff.
How are you? I've heard a lot about you, too.
And this is a friend of Lieutenant Chan's, Mr. Whitman.
How are you? Whitman? That name sounds familiar.
It ought to. That's the case you're on.
That's where I heard it. Well, Chan, I reckon you ain't here with Whitman for nothing.
Excellent observation.
Then we might as well understand each other right now. Me and King got this case well in hand, and we don't need no outside help or interference.
Don't mind him, Charlie. He's known as Tombstone. I guess you can figure out why.
Tombstones, often engraved with words of wisdom.
Yeah, and ain't all of them covered with moss, either. Now that you're here, young fella, there's a couple of questions I'd like to ask you.
I know as little about this as you do.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on with the show-up. Bring him in, Mac.
All right, come on, you guys, and make it snappy. Get up on there.
Quit pushing.
Quiet. Hurry along.
You're going to be sorry for this.
Get up on there. Take off your hats.
Anything wrong, Charlie?
Sudden shock to eyesight. Not permanent, I hope.
Step forward. You two.
What's the charges on this kid?
Violation of ordinances 106, 109, 214A. And suspected of being nuts.
I am not nuts. I told him how some hitchhiker stole all my clothes and a car I borrowed.
Violent, too. What's your name, bub?
It's Jimmy Chan, sir. And my father's Charlie Chan. Everybody's heard of him.
Mm-hmm. And I suppose you'd recognize your famous pa if you was to see him?
Of course I would.
Well, here.
Pop, am I glad to see you?
You mean he's really your son?
Must admit to dubious honor.
Pop, tell these guys I'm not crazy.
Parent must first convince self of same. Possible to release offspring in my custody?
Sure, now that he's been identified.
Thank you. Now, will kindly explain presence here?
I just came up during the holidays to help you catch the murderer.
Pop appreciates valuable help of number 2 son. But first use talent to catch new pair pants.
Thanks. Don't do anything on this case until I get back.
Is he going to be on the case, too?
Self-appointed.
He ain't the only one.
What's your name?
Who, me? I'm Charlie Chan's number 3 son.